Hi Pisces, I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be Pisces general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for August 15th through the 31st. Hope you guys are doing well. We start off the 15th with a full moon at 22 degrees of Aquarius, and then we end with a new moon at almost 7 degrees of Virgo. And we have a few trines going on this month. So a mix of energies, really much better, much lighter. I'm going to be feeling things moving forward. I am getting a very impatient vibe here as I'm shuffling the cards. So let's see what that's about. All right. Messages for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. August 15th. August 15th to the 31st. Okay. Fire element desire. It's first crowning energy from the Black Moon Tarot. And let's get a wisdom of the Oracle. Let's see what Oracle. Ooh, everything's popping. Everyone wants to come out. Okay, let's see. The messages that Pisces needs to know for August 15th to the 31st, 2019. What messages of advice do you have for Pisces for August 15th to the 31st, 2019? Well, they're just all kinds of popping out here. So it's just building blocks. Nice. Okay, I like to get that with the fire element. That's awesome. Okay, good. All right, so let's pull the Rider-Waite. I did already meditate and shuffle these guys, but I like to do it on camera. I don't always. And I'm being called to right now. So. Let's see. And I feel like we're going to pull some bottom of the deck energies too. I've been called to do that today with a few of the readings. Okay. Okay, so let's see what we have here. I'm going to pull 4 cards for that week of the 15th and then an outcome energy. Tower. A few people getting the Tower. No surprise though. 10 of Pentacles, lovely. Outcome, Judgment. Okay. Okay, and that next week. Okay, we have the Devil, the Tower. And we have the 10 of Cups. All right, it's all happening for a reason. Good stuff. All right. Okay, good. Let's pull the bottom of the deck energies. We have 8 of Swords reversed. The Hangman reversed. And the High Priestess. Pisces, you're doing a lot of thinking. Oh, we got the Fool. We're adding the Fool in there. We're adding the Fool. Okay. We can just keep going, right? All right. So, let's talk about the building blocks first. I love this card. This is a great card to get post-eclipse season. I really love it because this is all about foundation. And this is about you establishing a really firm foundation. You being excited about changes in things in your life. So now you're making changes that are going to affect everything in your life in a positive way. Your destiny is really being fulfilled right now. The seeds are blossoming during this energy, guys. So I just want you to keep in your mind that we do have another eclipse happening on December 26th, right? This Cancer and Capricorn eclipse that we've been talking about, everybody's been talking about it. Just to remind you, it started last July. It doesn't fully come to fruition until next July. And it's affecting all of us, cardinal signs especially, but you guys are feeling it too. So this is all about building blocks into a new phase of your life. So as far as relationships go, like when you see this energy, you're attracting new relationships into your life and you're solidifying very much the ones that you already have by building them on the foundation of honesty and humility and clear communication and a genuine desire to know one another. You know, you're moving toward a laying of the groundwork for a relationship with the firm footing that's going to ensure that it's going to be able to withstand anything, you know, any storm, any ups and downs, because long-standing relationships are also repaired here and strengthened. So I love this because it's you and the other person are stronger, wiser, more powerful together than apart. Beautiful, right? And you have everything that you need right now, Pisces, to make the changes that you need. Because now is the time to build on the strong foundation you've already laid for your prosperity. So you just want to keep in mind that these building blocks are they're kind of imbued with your intention. So it's really important to align your intentions with what you're trying to build, if that makes sense to you. Like, really be very clear on what you want and make sure you're working toward that. And if any negativity starts to slip in, pivot your thoughts. Pivot your thoughts. So it's very important that you take a very positive approach to everything now, because there are going to be things you're going to be working on, right? So because now is the time to really address the cracks in the foundation of your life. And, you know, whatever that means to you. You know, maybe your values have changed and it's time to strengthen your convictions and let go of things that no longer serve the vision that you have for your life. You know, because as we grow older, our vision for our life changes. But are we updating our moral code and our moral compass with that is the question, you know? Or maybe many of you have chosen to ignore the signs that a situation or an agreement that you've entered into that you're actively in right now, you know, maybe it's turned into something that's no longer right for you. You know, this is all about remove the rotten stuff and reinforce your core moral strengths and integrity. This is like time to be dead ass honest with yourself, because you're being called to like renovate and upgrade your consciousness, and you're gonna be really happy that you did. Just don't be afraid to replace what's not solid. You know, don't be afraid of that. And I am feeling that a lot of you are not afraid of that. I feel like a lot of you are like, let's go, people, because you got the fire element. You know, this is all about changes coming, new movement. Think about the fire signs in your life, right? It's Aries, Leo, Sag, right? These are like doers. These are real doers, right? And we all have fire in our chart. We all do, right? So even though you're a Pisces, you have fire in your chart. And getting this in a reading just indicates to me that you're very much going to be identifying with that fire. Also, many of you may have other signs like your rising or your moon or your Venus. Or you might have very important elements in a fire sign. But regardless, this is all about quick changes, new movement. Okay? And it's all about beginnings and your passions and how fast you get your energy moving. This speaks to how rapidly you react and how long it takes for you to accomplish what you're setting out to do. It's like this burning determination. And you want to think about it like this, because fire scorches away impurities, right? It clears the landscape for new growth, right? Leaving an area healthier and stronger than before. So this tells me that you're really like clearing the decks, because you're ready to set up this next phase of your life in a very different way. I'm not getting that you guys are there yet. I'm getting that you are actively, very heavily in the process, for sure. But expect changes to be dramatic in a very unforgettable way here, Pisces. A situation's about to be transformed through some sort of wake-up call or your own personal epiphany. It doesn't even have to do with anyone specifically in your life. You just might wake up and be like, I don't want to live like that anymore. Why have I been doing this way? Why am I allowing this person to treat me like this? Or why am I still staying in this job? Like, it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. You know, it really is. The full fruition of it is going to hit you like a ton of bricks. So this is all about spirit moving through you, you know, and you looking at things from another perspective. Because the fire element, this card, this energy also denotes honesty, and it suggests that you act very assertively. So in doing that, you have to get very upfront and personal with someone, or they need to do that with you. And this could be, you know, I am getting for most of you, this can be a relationship, but it can be a job. But this confrontation, for lack of a better term, Pisces, I know you guys normally don't like confrontations, but you're going to be happy you did, because there's going to be less mystery, less confusion involved with this. Just watch your ego, watch out for other people's ego, because you might be dealing with a person or two in your life who claim to be speaking from a place of truth and concern, whereas they may not understand your situation very well, and they might not offer the best advice. And you also want to be careful in this energy of, you know, people coming in and trying to claim something is theirs that's actually yours. So there's a couple of caveats here with this, but think about passion here too, right? Because if those of you, because not everybody, and that applies to work as well, but not everyone is involved in an intimate relationship. However, for those of you who are, right, this is a card of passion because it's fire. So, you know, if romance is something that you're wondering about, this does indicate a very compelling attraction, at least on the part of one of you. But you don't want to make the mistake of attempting to make this person who you're dealing with jealous if you feel like you're not getting the attention you crave, because it's definitely going to backfire in this energy. And if your attention kind of strays, where you feel like, what, this is no longer really, feeding me and working for me, don't be afraid to have a backup plan, but in romance, this definitely does indicate a sudden attraction. And if it's not meant to be, it's going to burn away fast. But if you're in a solid relationship that has legs, you guys are going to be great supporters of each other, protectors of each other. There's going to be a deepening with this passion and this desire. So I really like that. But the best thing that I love about this is just the idea of the new start, because this does indicate the past being burnt away. Look, it just denotes a period where you're going to be starting something new. It's just very important that you're very honest in your approach, because any arrogance is going to really work at cross purposes with you right now. But you're definitely going to have the gumption to get things done in the way you want. The pot is definitely being stirred. So I do like that. And because it's fire, I just have to say, I'm getting stuck to the cards here. Just be careful with objects that have like fiery elements or any sort of electrical nature to them, on a most basic level there. You just want to be careful with that. But okay, so now let's get into the actual core of the reading here. We're starting off that week of the 15th with the Page of Pentacles. So this tells me that you're very much in a space with fresh ideas and you're ready to get things implemented in a very practical and pragmatic way, having to do with resources of all kinds. So on the most mundane level, this could be money. This could be you starting a new job. This could be you doing work to your home. This could be building a home. This could be working very hard on a relationship to build a very firm foundation in a relationship. This could be you taking a new approach to your mental health and your physical health, right? Because these are all the things the pentacles mean. But regardless of how it could apply to you, however it's going to resonate with you, there's a freshness about it. There's a newness about it. This is like a new way of thinking, a new way of being that you're adopting, having to do with money, resources, mental health, physical health, any of those things. And then we have the Six of Cups reverse, right? As we're going along into the week. So okay, so the Six of Cups upright indicates a lot of love and emotions and beautiful feelings having to do with things that you've loved in your life, like, past friends, visiting for, in the most mundane level, visiting your family home, going to any kind of function where you're running into people from your past, and all in a really, really good way. Now, if it's with it being upright, this indicates, you know what? You don't have to be in your past so much because your present is pretty beautiful right now. And by looking at the past too much, you may very well be preventing yourself from moving forward and really embracing these changes. Okay? Because when we have this reverse, it's about a deep nostalgia, and it really does indicate you possibly putting those rose-colored glasses on as you reflect on past relationships of all kinds. It could be past friendships, people who were in your life once upon a time, and you really having these rose-colored glasses on with them, remembering things a hell of a lot more beautifully than they actually deserve. But this does indicate the past is the past for a reason, and it's time to just put them in one of the pages in your history book and move on, all right? Because whatever this is that you're thinking about is not meant for you. It's not meant for you. Now, ultimately, we have a Tower moment. Now, I like the Tower, and the reason I like the Tower is because whatever this is not serving your higher good. Now, talking about what it could mean, because people see that and they're like, oh my gosh, my relationship's going to end. Well, it could. I mean, that's one way of understanding it for sure. This could have to do with any relationship in your life, intimate relationship, friendship, job, anything like that. So it can certainly be something on the external, right? And kind of fill in the blank with that. But it will definitely be something that's going to shift the way you do your life. And it's going to force you to question things, because when we have a tower moment, what's coming down is always something that we at one time trusted very dearly, that we thought was very, very sturdy, right? Because towers are sturdy. They're not supposed to fall, right? But at the same time, guys, and very, very often, this is nothing more than, and not to downplay this because this is significant, an updating of the way you do life, the way you think about life. This can be a very internal energy. And I'm kind of feeling like it is because we did have that hangman energy here. This hangman reverse energy here. And I feel like, you know, this is you just very much understanding that it's time to update your moral compass and your moral code and the values by which you live by and the life plan that you've had set for yourself. And just the way you've been doing relationships. And what have you accepted and what have you not accepted? Where have you been too hard on people in your life? And where have you been way too easy? You know, this shows me you very much thinking about this. And Eight of Swords reverse, right? This is all about self-imprisonment. This is about thoughts and ideas trapped in your own mind. And you, in the reverse, first of all, it indicates that you've gone through the roughest part of all of this, is the reverse. But still the Eight of Swords is this idea of self-imprisonment. This is in your mind. This is you feeling very imprisoned inside a life that you've had, that you actually created for yourself. But it's not real in reality. Not to say that you don't have issues in reality. It's not to say that at all. But understand that whatever you've been feeling held back from in your life, whatever you haven't been able to bring to yourself in your life in the way that you wanted to bring it, is because of choices that you made in your life. And it's this idea of having gone through this period of self-imprisonment. But now you're not doing that anymore. I just feel like between this hangman and this high priestess after this tower, you're absolutely getting so real with yourself, it's not even funny. You just don't want to live that way anymore. You want happiness, and you're listening to your high priestess energy. You're listening because the high priestess energy is intuition from experience. This is a woman who has been, and again, there's no gender specific, right? I always say, but this is someone who has been through it, lived and learned. And you're tapping into those lessons. You really are. And I feel like as a result of this tower, all of these things are beautifully going to be pulled into play. Because then look, we have the Fool. Came right after that. Beautiful. New beginnings. Willing to take the chance. You're willing to take the chance, Pisces. And look what it's going to bring you. It's going to bring you Ten of Pentacles. I don't care that it's reverse. Ten of Pentacles reverse only means that you're going to have to be dealing with a couple of annoyances right now, right in the immediate future, but the upright Ten of Pentacles of just abundance and happiness with money, with mental health, your physical health, feeling supported, being able to be supportive of someone else. And this is going to be the result of you taking that chance and not being afraid. Letting go of that fear, getting in touch with that fear more than anything. And just be patient with this. Because the Ten of Pentacles reversal is not a big deal. That just means you're going to have to deal with a little issue with family and friends that are going to cause a little just annoying stress. But it's very short-lived. It's a minor arcana. You don't have to worry about it. But then we have the Judgment card. And I love the Judgment card for you because this is you reflecting on your life and saying, you know what? I forgive myself. I did the best I knew how to do at every step of my life. This is you not beating yourself up anymore. And that's so necessary to move forward in a healthy way. And you understanding the humanity in your own life, not only within yourself, but those close to you. Understanding why people do what they do. You know why they do what they do? Because they're not perfect. Because we're all broken. We're just not all broken in the same way, but we're all broken nonetheless. Okay? And then moving forward, you're having all of these changes, and everything is at you, kind of like at your feet right now as far as the changes go, and you're feeling overwhelmed. Now, I really see this for you, Pisces. I have to tell you what I'm getting. I just see this as you just being very, very busy right now, and this load, because I'm getting a lot of you are working, a lot of you have stuff going on the domestic front, a lot of you have stuff going on in your relationships. There's a lot of demands on you. This is the card of the multitasker. It's like, God, I have to put these wands down somewhere, right? And this is like a catch-22 card, because typically when we get this, we feel like, you know, for example, if you feel like that your job is monopolizing too much of your life and you're thinking, all right, I need to make changes here, but you don't actually have the time to make the changes because you're so busy with your job. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's a basic example of that. But whatever it is, you having all of this responsibility and genuinely feeling and believing, whether it's true or not, that you're the only one who can actually execute all of this stuff. And it's just putting you into a space of just feeling very, very overwhelmed. And that overwhelmed, feeling like that can cause some of you, and I'm going to say this because it's a general reading, some of you are going to deal with the stress and this feeling of being overwhelmed through self-medication. So this could be, you might find yourself in a space of drinking more than you normally do, abusing substances, eating more food than you normally do, going on too many shopping sprees, just spending too much money, or it could be you just feeling very depleted emotionally and having very kind of low vibrational thinking, like it's never going to change. It's always going to be like this. I'm sick of this bullshit. I'm sick of that, you know, really just feeling sick of it. But I absolutely feel you snapping yourself out of it, because you have a situation in your life right now, Pisces, that if you play your cards right, is absolutely this Ten of Cups energy. And this is something that you've been building over time. That's the deal with the Ten of Cups. These are, every single cup is very hard earned up in that rainbow. This is not something that just comes out of nowhere. This is something that you've worked for. So this is coming to fruition in your life, and you sharing it with somebody very special to you. So this is about beautiful relationships, solid understanding, healthy communication, a deepening of your relationship, a deepening of an understanding. So for many of you, I feel like, you know, what I'm getting here is that for a lot of you, your relationship is going to be quite good. But you have stuff going, like nothing in your life is going to be going exponentially bad. But it's like you're in the middle of this shift. You feel this shift happening in your career. You feel this desire to level up your relationship. All of these changes require proactive action. It requires resources. It requires changing how you think about things. And it's going to put you in a very, very pensive state. But I like the Hermit. The Hermit's just about you taking the mental space that you need to think through what you need to think through. Because you want to do things the right way. You don't want to be on this roller coaster, this mouse wheel anymore in your life. You are ready to be happy. You're ready to level up your thinking. You're ready to end what no longer serves you, right? Going back to the building blocks, what did it say? Get rid of the bad pieces in your life. That could just be the Tower. So this is all very necessary, because your outcome here, we have the Seven of Wands. And this is you building. This is you having the will to move forward to build. Right? This is you feeling in control. Because look at him, how much bigger he is than the land in which this looks like a little puddle, but it's a lake. Right? But this is you look at you digging that wand in. That's foundation. Right? This is you establishing a new life for yourself, okay? And in order to do it, you have to work through your past. You have to update your thought process. Get rid of what no longer serves you, whatever it is. If it's a relationship, if it's a job, and really on a most basic level, even if it's just getting rid of stuff in your closet that can carry bad karma and bad energy, get rid of whatever no longer serves you. Anything that can be potentially negative. Because you're all about building, and you have the fiery spirit to do it right now. You're not afraid to look at yourself. You're not afraid to think things through. And you're not afraid to level yourself up. And Spirit is definitely going to reward you with this. You have this Ten of Pentacles and this Ten of Cup energy. These are two awesome energies to get. Really, really good stuff. I like it a lot. Pisces, that is what I have for you. You guys take care. Until next time. Bye-bye.